We know that till the middle of Tovshin Lamed Aleph, which is 1971, the Rebbe would eat the Yontif meals upstairs in the Frierdiker Rebbe's apartment, which means as long as the Frierdiker Rebbe's Rebbe and the Chassidim was alive, the meals on Yontif were eaten upstairs. But really, it's not only on Yontif that the Rebbe went upstairs. There were other times of the year. Motzei and Kippur was also a meal, even though it's not a regular Yontif, but we know it's called Yontif, and Mela, the Rebbe ate a regular meal upstairs, and it was exactly like on Yontif when you had the whole table was surrounded with Elter Chassidim who were invited to the meal. So Motzei and Kippur was the same. But besides that, also other times of the year. But it wasn't a regular meal like Yutes Kislev and Purim, Yud Beis Tammuz. The Rebbe before the Farbrengen would go upstairs. The table was set with mezainis and mashke and different things, and the Elter Chassidim were invited, and they were sitting around the table, and the Rebbe would come in, sit down, and sit there for a short while, and someone would say something, and they said Lechem there in honor of that special date, as Kislev, Purim, or Yud Beis Tammuz. I even remember once, I think it was a Yud Beis Tammuz, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was a Yud Beis Tammuz, that they were all sitting around, and in Mitten, the Rebbe Chamadina walked in. So as she walked in, she came to the front of the table. That's a long table. She came to the edge of the table, and the Rebbe was at the other end, not in the front. He was sitting on the side, which means to the left of the Frierdiker Rebbe. The front was empty, left for the place of the Frierdiker Rebbe, and on the right side was Ashag, on the left side was the Rebbe. And on the other end of the table, she walked in. So I remember when she walked in, the Rebbe stood up, everybody stood up, and for a few moments, she gave a brocha. I don't remember what she said. I was standing there. She gave a brocha, and she walked out, and everyone sat down. What I'm trying to bring out is a different story, that Tovshin Chov Gimel, which is 1962, Motzei and Kippur, the meal was upstairs. Like I said before, the Rebbe ate the meal upstairs. In the Rebbe's place, they put down Lechem Mishna, 2 chalas. So when the Rebbe washed and made Motzei, he took the 2 chalas together, I remember, and he cut it like you do on Shabbos and Yontif. So during the meal, Reb Shmuel Levitten asked the Rebbe if there's a psainyan to have Lechem Mishna, Motzei and Kippur. So the Rebbe said, no, there's no mocker. He doesn't know of any mocker for Lechem Mishna, Motzei and Kippur. And he said, it was laying, 2 chalas were laying here, so I did it, but there's no inyan in it. That's what he said. Remember these words he said. Was laying there, they put it down, so I took it, but not that there's no inyan. And then he said, I don't know if it was serious word or it's b'derech halotze, just like no halotze by the Rebbe, but I mean he said it like l'chidude, that he said that, you know, Yom Kippur, Moshe Rabbeinu came down from Har Sinai, and that's when the Eibusher was meichel the Yidden for the Chet Egel. And that time, the Yidden didn't have to fast on Yom Kippur, because the din of fasting on Yom Kippur first came later, became the special day of Yom Kippur, Yom Mechilas Licha. So they were able to eat. According to the opinion that holds that year Yom Kippur was Shabbos, they were not allowed to fast, because you're not allowed to fast on Shabbos. And since there was no din to fast, b'meila, they probably ate. And since Moshe Rabbeinu came down, was connected to Tshuva, because he brought down the Kapora, which is connected to Tshuva, and by Tshuva it says Kiflayim l'teishiyah, Tshuva brings the double, so maybe that's why they were put down Lechem Mishna, but not that there is a din of Lechem Mishna, Motzei Yom Kippur.